Okay, hey, so this is the new, highly anticipated Alpha CC. So I got this in the mail about a week and a half ago, and out of the box, it wasn't that great. I'll say that, like, right now. But a week and a half later, after using it and gluing together the pieces and some other stuff, tensioning, it turned out to be a lot better. And it is by far one of my favorite cubes and possibly my new main. It'll most likely be my new main. Anyway, it came in this box, alpha box. It was a really neat box, a lot like all the others. Came with a card. Came with a bag of internal edge pieces and center cap removers. A card and another bag of hardware, which I don't have with me, but it was just a bunch of silver hardware and stuff that you will not end up using, and I don't even know what it's for. I mean, the threads go all the way up to the top, so you wouldn't even use that. So I don't know why they sent it exactly. There's no instructions on them or anything. So anyway, this cube. We could start with the size comparison. As opposed to a normal Rubik's, it is smaller, and you could tell it's a lot like the Ling Yang size. I mean, compared to a Guhong. So it has the holes in it, like between the pieces, like the big gaps, just like a Guhong. But the center caps, like the centers, are actually like circular looking, like if you could see that right there. So I thought that was really interesting. But anyway, that deals with lockups. So, and then the sticker quality, it's also really good. I mean, all alpha stickers are good. And then this is the version with the custom stickers for it. That's my only problem with it, is the stickers, because I mean, let me see if I could find any of my like cubes. I use Japanese color scheme and like neon stickers. I don't have one next to me or anything, but I mean that's a pretty original color scheme. Neon stickers and Japanese color scheme, but I'm still used to this one and it works, so no complaints, I guess. The internals, it has a very good anti-popping system. Like, it never pops. But the internal pieces would pop. This little corner thing was always fall out inside the cube. This top part of the edge would always fall off. The edge is 3 pieces, and I glued together all of it, so it never comes apart now. And then if you look at the corners, I never have any problems with the corners. Some people say they have problems with the corners twisting halfway while they're solving. My tensions are probably tighter than theirs, because that never happens with me. So it has a very good anti-popping system. As you can see, there's a little tab that like sticks out more. Yeah. And it locks into that curve. It never comes out. Like, I'm pulling really hard and it just slides out. Like, it doesn't come out. And then if you look on the inside, it's extremely hollow. And another complaint with this cube is to adjust the center caps. I had to take apart the entire cube to like adjust the tensions and remove the center caps. There we go. So as you can tell, it's very hollow. So let me get out the tool it provided. So it came with this. And what you have to do is you have to look inside and see that little like window. That one doesn't have the tab, so you don't use that one. Look at this window. There's a tab in it. So then you have to stick on this thing and like this and pull up. And it only goes up that much. I'm not complaining because it gets the job done. And then you just lift it off. And you can see how hollow the centerpieces actually are. I mean, this cube's extremely hollow. And then you can also see how tight I have it pretty tight. I mean, It's only lifting off like enough to slide a penny or a dime. Anyway, yeah. This cube, to assemble it, it came already assembled except for the internal edge pieces. It came exactly like this in a bag. These are, I have two of them. One's my brother's. He never put them in. So, like, you could see how it came. Anyway, yeah, so I had to put those in, and then once I put them in, they just fell off constantly, so I had to glue together all of them. So I ended up going out to the store and buying some super glue for it. But, you know, once I glued it, it worked great. So, let's talk about lockups. Lockups of this cube. There were kind of a lot of them at first, but all it took was some getting used to. I mean, I am kind of a more careful cuber as opposed to like rough, so it didn't lock up like as much as other people say, but like it definitely locked up, but after a while it doesn't lock up anymore. And then tensions, it was too loose at factory tensions, although it did cut 45 degrees. Not a very like pretty 45 degrees, it was very like rough and rigid, but it cut it. um there. Alright, so I guess we'll talk about corner cutting and like feel. I mean, it's a really smooth, like, there's nothing in its way of turning, but it's definitely like extremely like crispy sounding. I mean, you could just hear that. It's a very crispy and hollow cube. It's extremely lightweight. I don't have any other lighter puzzle with, like, lube all over my fingers. Anyway, corner cutting. It doesn't cut that much. Like, about that much is what it'll do. And then reverse. It won't go more than that. But I'm not complaining, because it's enough to not lock up, you know? No, like, everyone was already saying, why do you need 45-degree corner cutting? Like, you don't encounter that in a solve, and it's true. I mean, with this much corner cutting, it doesn't lock up, and then, oh, my fingers still feel all gross. Sorry about that. Anyway, like, as you can tell, I'm just, like, scrambling it, and it's not locking up. I mean, there was, like, one lockup, but it was tiny. But then this is also a really rough scramble, too, so I don't know. I don't think it locks up very much. You can tell how fast it is. So, in all, I think it's a great cube, and I highly recommend it to anyone that really likes crispy cubes, like the Alpha 5, the sealed Alpha 5, the A6, or not A6, the Hyons, all those kinds of things. What other crispy cubes are there? The Maru cubes, yeah, it's all those kinds of cubers. If you really like the smooth, like, buttery feel of, like, the Guhong, like, let me see, how, where did it go? Oh, how it's really, like, frictionless kind of feeling, and that, then you probably won't like this cube as much. But the Guhong really wasn't my favorite. I mean, I prefer this over the Guhong so much. So, I'm not disappointed. I'd have to say I was when I first got it, but once I glued together the pieces and lubed it and tensioned it, it's an amazing cube. See, that's a lockup. Like, when it was like this and I was trying to turn the bottom layer. Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's a great cube. All it needs is some love. Alright, so that's the end of my review. Subscribe. I feel like I'm always wearing this shirt when I make a video. I swear it's a coincidence though. Anyway, great cube. You should buy it if you like crispy cubes and you're looking for a new main.